In the political landscape of Malaysia, the Malaysian Indian Congress, or MIC, faces a pivotal moment as it considers joining Perikatan Nasional, or PN. Let's dive into 10 tactical scenarios, examining how this shift could reshape the dynamics in various constituencies. First, Tapa in Perak, where Saravanan from MIC won in 2022 with a comfortable plurality. If MIC joins PN, Tapa could become a battleground. PN, particularly Bersatu and PAS, might push for local influence, or even a candidate switch. This could confuse Saravanan's non-Indian supporters who backed him under BN. The tactical advice here is to secure a written guarantee that Saravanan remains the candidate for PN, along with a commitment to constituency projects. Keeping local BN and UMNO grassroots informed is crucial to avoid friction. The risk level? Medium to high, as there's a reputational risk if grassroots feel betrayed, but incumbency offers some protection. Next, we have Sungai Siput, where Vigneswaran contested but lost narrowly to PKR. Joining PN could either attract anti-PH Malay voters or alienate the significant Indian and Chinese swing voters who lean towards PH. The strategy should be to prevent PN from parachuting a heavyweight candidate into this seat. Instead, make Vigneswaran the visible face for minority outreach, emphasizing joint policy promises on jobs and education. The risk level here is medium. It's winnable if MIC can maintain its identity and leverage PN's support. Moving to Teluk Intan, where Murugia polled under 20% in a DAP win. This seat trends towards PH, and MIC's presence in PN could dilute its appeal among minorities. The tactical advice is to avoid giving Teluk Intan away in negotiations. If PN insists, use it as leverage to secure safer seats elsewhere. Focus on local bread-and-butter issues that resonate across ethnic lines. The risk level is high due to the structural disadvantage in this seat. In Padang Sarai, a PN stronghold, MIC might face challenges if it tries to contest against an incumbent. The best approach is to use this seat as a bargaining chip, negotiating for development funds for Indian majority villages or a seat swap. The risk here is low to medium depending on the deal made. Hulu Selangor is another competitive seat, where MIC lost to PKR in 2022. Joining PN might reduce minority turnout, making it tougher to win. If MIC retains this seat, it should secure explicit PN support for campaigning and promises for the constituency. If PN is uncooperative, seek compensation in rural areas where they are stronger. The risk level is high, as urban swing voters may distrust PN. Kota Raja went solidly for PH in 2022, and MIC's vote share was minimal. Joining PN here won't help much. The risk of further erosion exists if MIC is seen as abandoning multi-ethnic alliances. The advice is to treat this seat as a low-return investment and demand better seats or funding for local Tamil schools instead. Kuala Langat was a close race, with MIC polling in the mid-teens. Similar to Kota Raja, the appeal of PN is limited among urban mixed voters. If MIC stays in Selangor, it should demand targeted projects to show value to voters. The risk level is medium to high, especially if resources are thin. Batu, a crowded urban contest, saw MIC take a low share of votes. The urban electorate here is less receptive to PN's messaging. The tactical advice is to consider withdrawing from this seat to focus on more winnable ones. If standing, run hyper-local campaigns that prioritize community issues over national narratives. The risk level is high. In Port Dickson, a PH-leaning area, MIC's vote share was small. There's little upside for PN, so negotiating away from this seat for safer rural options is wise. Use Port Dickson as leverage for policy wins rather than expecting electoral gains. The risk level is high. Lastly, Segamet was narrowly won by PH, with MIC contesting and challenging the result. Johor presents strong competition dynamics for PN and UMNO. If MIC insists on retaining Segamat, securing a written guarantee and local resources is essential. Publicizing any development projects promised to the Indian community will be crucial. The risk level is medium. It's winnable if MIC retains its candidacy and secures PN support. Overall, MIC's strongest asset is its incumbency in Tapa. The priority is to secure written guarantees for incumbents and prized seats. High-risk seats like Batu and Kota Raja should be used as bargaining chips, not sacrificial lambs. Meanwhile, Sungai Siput and Segamat present medium-risk opportunities that could be flipped with the right alliance machinery. The negotiation posture must be clear: demand seat lists, candidate guarantees, development deliverables, and a timeline, all in writing.